Hey. Yeah, you're watching this video. You clicked it. I've got an announcement. And to be honest, I don't think you guys are ready for this. We've entered the years of Gen Beta. Gen Beta. And to be honest, it's quite fitting, relating to the world we live in. You know, the name is probably spot on. Put the tail on the donkey's tits. That's what it is, all right? Honestly, I'm literally making this video. I'm not putting any editing into it. I'm not doing nothing. I might just cut, when I stutter too much because I don't want you guys to fucking see everything. But I'm going to make this video strictly for Gen Alpha. I legit forgot the name. Gen Alphas. Gen Betas, obviously, they're born this year, so they may watch this in 5 years. Who knows? I don't know. How weird is that? How weird is that? I don't know if kids can even watch this video, but it doesn't matter. Of course, come on. When I was a kid, I didn't have no... Come on. I'm strictly making this video, genuinely, to see if people can watch a video without clicking away. Without any harsh edits, without any cuts, without anything popping up every 10 seconds. I'm seriously curious to see if Gen Alphas could watch it. Gen Beta, this is their year, so they're not even born yet. But Gen Alphas, I'm curious if you guys could watch this without going on your phones or going on a TikTok or whatever. Obviously, if you're watching this on a phone, I'd love to see if you can just watch this through, I'm going to try as hard as I can to not cut this video. I do stutter a lot, so I need to I don't want to embarrass myself that much. So we'll keep it at a fair level of stutter, right? But, I was just with my mate Ethan, and we're just speaking how short form content is legit frying your brain. There's good things I feel like you can get out of it, but majority of the time it's bad because of the dopamine hits and how short the form of content actually is. Think about it. I know people that just get lost. They'll be on TikTok, boom, an hour goes past. Crazy. Could never be me. Never have I ever just sat on... I don't even use TikTok, but sat on TikTok and just scroll, and that affects you later. And if kids are getting on that at a young age, whoo! Imagine. The thing is with AI, I don't know if movies are going to be a thing in the future. Who knows? TV shows, I don't know. But, I have no issues watching 45-minute episode shows or hour-and-a-half movie. No issues. The attention span of, the younger generations is a lot different. And you say that with everything. I feel like even when I'm at work, I'll see younger, 18, 19, whatever. They will be walking to the bathroom and it's like they have to pull out their phone. They can't walk to the toilet. They can't walk 1 minute without pulling out their phone. And then you start thinking, and I'm just there watching, and I'm like, fuck, man. Because I see people constantly, right? And I'm just thinking to myself, as humans, this fucking item it's becoming us. We take it everywhere. People can't leave without it. If they leave without it, they feel lost and they start panicking. And, I used to be the same, right? And people fucking laugh at me. Look at this phone. Look at this piece of shit phone I have, but it's the best phone I've ever owned. I don't even know what it is. Motorola. It's one of them. It was cheap. It was $300, maybe not even $200. And I have no cover. I've already cracked the camera. I couldn't care less. I've trained my brain. I've kind of reprogrammed it to not care as much about my phone. I probably couldn't pick up a chick with this. I'll be honest. Hey, what's your number? And I pull out this, I'm fucked. But in the long run, it's helped me. I was traveling Asia with my mate. My phone kaputzed, ended up dying. I cracked the back, and then because of the crack, somehow something got into the battery. Battery fried, overheat. I don't know everything. I'm not a fucking... Ended up obviously breaking. So I thought, fuck it. It's a perfect time to try and kill that habit of, being on my phone, always having it on me. Like, dude, look, I don't even think twice. It's so much better. It's such a relief. You look like a donkey, but at the same time, I feel like I'm helping myself in the long run, because things are only going to progress. Glasses, the chip in the head, it's only going to progress, and we don't have to live that way. You don't have to live that way. Just because everybody else is heading towards a certain direction, you don't have to live exactly like that, Until they say, look, you can't do this unless you got this, blah, 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 then we're kind of doomed. But, we live in a world where it's your life. It's your life. Don't let the government dictate your life. Don't let the government control your life. I woke up I wish I woke up. And when I say woke up, I mean to the world, when they say you woke up out of the matrix sort of thing. To be honest, I wish I woke up and I was a bit smarter when I was a bit younger. My early teens, even my early 20s, to be honest. I was still just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just was focusing on my life and I was just disregarding everything else, I guess. Disregarding everything else. And I was just like, I play Counter-Strike, that's all I'm focusing on. I make YouTube videos, that's all I'm focusing on. I'm not even exploring anything else, if that makes sense. So, I know it's hard, especially if you're young and you watch. If you're watching this and you're young, that's awesome. We need to be, and it's up to my generation. We need to become better parents. I'm not a parent yet. One day I will be, but it's hard for me to speak because I don't have children, right? I can say, it's just don't give your kid an iPad. Don't give your kid this, that. It's so much easier, easier said than done. Being in the moment and all your classmates have a certain thing and you're the only one. And that's the thing. You need to raise your kids from little. And it's probably the hardest job in the world is parenting, is being a good mum and a good dad. And those two things are the most important things in this world. Without that, we have, people are fucking losing their minds. And that's because they don't grow up and they don't have a strong foundation from the start. And it's up to us, our generation, to fix all this bullshit that's happening in the world and just progress. And, I know it's so easy to say, a lot of shit's going down. I've spoke about it in other videos, but yeah, the world's, to be honest, I just wanted to get on a little rant, and I just thought, look, I'll upload this video. No editing, no pop-ups, no music. Honest, I'm just gonna do it raw, straight raw, no music, just talking. And if people watch it, you watch it. I don't even expect this to get any views, but it is what it is. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.